I want to tell you about a spectacular dining experience. It's Portugal Waterfront Dining, award-winning service and cuisine with a view of the dynamic LA harbor from every seat. Enjoy daily sunset specials as well as the South Bay's best champagne brunch. The outdoor harborside patio is a perfect setting for happy hour every weekday from 3 to 8. Portugal Waterfront Dining. For reservations and directions, visit portugaldining.com or call 310-833-3553.
Welcome to Living Out Loud. I'm Barbara Venezia, my co-host Renee Horsch.
Hey, Barbara. How you doing?
I'm doing just great, and I'm excited that we have actress Danielle Kennedy on the phone. We're going to interview her today, and she's been a friend of mine for a long time. She was actually a bridesmaid at my wedding.
Oh, no
But
way.
what's more exciting is that she just is co-starring and got a really nice part in the Netflix series Narcos.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And she's in this new career of hers it's relatively new.
Well, 10 years.
Yeah, I mean but it's exciting because usually in that business you got to hit it when you're 20, right?
Right, and I think she's not 20 anymore. Are you there, Danny?
No, I'm not 20.
But I think that's incredible because that's such a tough business, right?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, well, looking back, I've actually kind of got back into it because as a child and a teenager and a college kid, I was a theater major.
Oh, nice.
And played with it a little bit. But my big priorities as a young girl, young woman, was to get married and have a big family.
Which you did. How many kids do you have?
Well, there's a total of 8 now.
Wow.
And so I did that.
You were busy.
I was busy,
Oh, my
and
God.
I had seen The Sound of Music 21 times, so I was trying to reenact that in my life.
But not only was she raising children, Renee, she was also a motivational speaker, training sales agents in the real estate business, wrote real estate books,
Oh, my
sold
God.
real estate.
Yes, this is really a fourth career for me.
Yeah, she's amazing.
That's incredible.
I feel like such a lazy ass next to her.
I know.
Not lazy.
I'm still trying to master my first career.
Well, I don't know that I mastered any of them, but I got back into acting in 1999 with a play group called Company of Fools up in Haley, Idaho, at Bruce Willis and Demi Moore's Liberty Theater, and their theater company, which was run by my dear friend Denise Simone and Rusty Wilson, was called Company of Fools.
Uh-huh.
And I got very involved there and even played Bruce's mom in True West, which we filmed for Showtime. And I was Taft-Hartley'd into a SAG card. So by the time I got back to L.A., because we just lived up there for about 10 years, we took a short hiatus from living down here and decided to live up in the country for a while.
Uh-huh.
When I came back to L.A. in '05, I was very fortunate to have a SAG card under my belt because, many actors are here for years and they don't even have that.
That's incredible. That's great.
And so I just jumped right into small theater in L.A. I'm a big small theater proponent, 99 and under, because it's just a great place for actors to work out. And I started doing plays with the wonderful playwright Justin Tanner, and casting directors come. They all come to watch, even though we do these in very small theaters like the Lounge or a bigger theater being the Odyssey. But
I've gone up to see her at the Odyssey in some of these, and she's great. I love when she does comedy because she's so funny.
Oh,
my
you're
God.
so great. Yeah, Day Drinkers was a great play, and I know you enjoyed that, Barbara.
Yes, I did.
That at the Odyssey. But so I really got my start on television and film by doing this small theater because casting directors would come there. And ultimately, that's how I got agents and managers, too, because they saw me in small theater. And then I started doing, TV shows like Grey's and CSI and The Mentalist and Criminal Minds and Parks and Rec and The Fosters and goes on, How to Get Away with Murder. So it was very fortunate, but I was always doing either co-star or guest star gigs. And then a year ago, I got a wonderful opportunity. And how that happened was Carmen Cuba, a wonderful casting director that I'd never met, was surfing the net.
Uh-huh.
And she happened to come upon my demo reel and called my agent and said, I'd like to bring Danielle in to read for the ambassador for a new series coming out with Netflix called Narcos. And she said, I want you to know up front that it has been written for a man, because it's based on a true story, obviously, about the capture of Pablo Escobar, although, they do get fictitious in there as well.
Uh-huh.
But my character in real life was a man. Actually, it was two men. There were two ambassadors during that period of time. And so she said, I don't know what the producers are going to say, because it's written for a man, and I don't know if they'd switch it over to a woman. And I went in, and she was a very lovely, polite lady, and she put me on tape and said, well, thank you very much, and had me do it two different ways, a little stronger and then a little easier and maybe a little lighter in the dialogue. And she said, well, I liked both ways, but, you hear that all the time in L.A., so I said, well, thank you very much, and just, walked out and do what I always do. You have to forget about it 5 minutes after you leave, because you can't put your heart and soul on these auditions. So,
yeah, absolutely.
You have to really be able to detach and let go. So about 5 days later, it seemed like 5 years later, 5 days later, my manager called and said that Jose Padilla, the executive producer of Narcos, wanted to have a meeting with he and myself and the writer, Chris Brancato, at Sunset Gower Studios. And so I had this meeting with them, and I said, well, do I have to read more? Is it a callback? And they said, no, they just want to talk to you. So, oh my gosh, my heart was beating, 25 miles an hour, or 50 million miles an hour, I should say. And I just had a great chat with them and a great talk, and they really liked my audition. They had not decided yet if it would be a woman. There are a lot of men in this show, as you'll see when it drops on August 28th, and there's a lot of women, but they're all those 20-year-olds you were talking about.
Yeah, welcome to Hollywood, huh?
Exactly, and they're gorgeous. One of them is
short dresses, high heels, and big boobs, right?
Oh, gosh, I'll tell you, some of the most beautiful women in the world are from South America.
Well, you had to go to Colombia and film for 6 months.
I did. I
thought that was very adventurous, to leave your family and go to a foreign country for that length of time.
Well, I thought I would have to be there from September to March, but they allowed me to make about 4 trips, because when they would film the embassy scenes, that would be all confined to about 5 to 10 days out of a month. And then they would go down to Medellin, where, the cartel scenes were, and, a lot of the violence and a lot of the Escobar story took place. But they would film the embassy scenes right outside Bogota in an abandoned Catholic university. And they just did a great job making my office and everything look exactly like the U.S. Embassy did, in real life. And so I would go down there and I would shoot, and all my scenes are with the 2 stars, Boyd Holbrook and Pedro Pascal, who work for me as drug enforcement agents, and they are just the 2 greatest guys. I had so much fun with them. And I was the gringo. They kept calling me the gringo.
And how did people react to, was there any sort of buzz about having you down there filming this story in a country that still has some issues with cartels?
Well, I never got involved in any of the political stuff. We were pretty cloistered in that we stayed in a lovely part of town in Bogota. The shuttle would come very early in the morning and pick us up, and then we would drive out to Chia, which was about 20, 30-minute ride outside of Bogota. And, we would just go into our own world. It was a very, very big production, big cast, big crew.
Did you have a sense that there was a lot of security around you?
Yeah, lots of security. I never felt unsafe once.
That's
never.
Great. Yeah.
And was staying in a very nice part of town. They're a happy crew. They love music. They love dance, which I do too, as Barbara knows. I love to dance.
Yes, she does.
I had my Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson playlist down there, and on my iPhone, and of course Joe Beam, Antonio Carlos Joe Beam, and the director Andy and Guillermo. All our directors are all very musical. So when we'd have a good day, we'd all start doing the samba, and it was just fantastic. I mean, Eric Newman, who is executive producer, Randy Newman's son, he's just a terrific boss. They just made me feel like gold. That's all I can say.
So now that it's coming onto Netflix,
yes.
How many episodes are there?
There are 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
I am not in the first episode, but I am in episode 2 through 10. So I am in 9 out of the 10.
And so will they do another series of this next year?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you haven't heard?
I haven't heard. They keep all this stuff under wraps, and they really don't share it with too many. And I am not a series regular on this. I am a guest star recurring.
Okay, guest star recurring.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
What
good,
the hell does that mean?
Well, that's it's like you're not president, you're not vice president, maybe you're secretary treasurer or something. I don't know. All I know is they called me the boss lady down there, so I was quite happy.
So you know what we were talking about, Stan and I, the other day with my neighbor Tim, that as soon as it comes out on Netflix, we are going to take a Saturday and hunker down and just binge watch the whole thing.
Well, everybody says, "Oh, let's have a party, let's get together." I said, "No, I am going to lock myself in my apartment because I never watched the dailies."
Okay, so you have not seen it.
No, and that's scary. I got to tell you guys, that is scary. When you do a play every night, you get a read. You got critics in the audience. You get a read on it. You have your good days, your bad days, your really into it audiences, your audiences that aren't digging it that much. So, you get a read on it. This kind of thing, I'm totally going on the faith of my director and the writers that said, "Hey, I think you're going to be happy." That's all they say. And I go, "Well, what's the other choice?"
Well, and you are happy. You had an amazing adventure. You did great work. I mean, I certainly wouldn't have had the nerve to go and live in a foreign country, even if they did send me home.
Even if they fired you. I know. I said, "Oh my God,
for a job, no."
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was funny because everybody said, "Well, did you have to speak Spanish?" And I got involved in Duolingo. Mike and I put that app on our phone, and we were doing Duolingo, but I never really had to speak any Spanish at all. And there's subtitles, so it's 60%. English and 40% subtitles.
Well, I can't wait. We're going to binge watch it. Well, I'm very excited for you. I'm very proud of you, and I'm really glad you were able to call in to our show today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
August 28th.
Okay, we'll be watching.
Subscriptions.
I got mine.
I'm going to fire mine up, yeah.
Thanks so much, you guys. You're doing a great job.
Okay,
thanks so much.
Danny. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Another great interview as we wrap up another mini-cast of Living Out Loud with Barbara Venezia and Renee Horsch.
Thanks so much, Barbara.
See you later.
See ya.